What's going on, y'all? It's your boy AJB, the IMG, bring you guys back another quick POV. This time we are not driving, but we are actually tuning the vehicle. So got the car all cleaned up, as you guys can see. We are accompanied by my man George over here at Geptuned.
Hey.
Still some things we need to do to the car, which are some great recommendations. So definitely want to get that trans cooler, IAT, what was that sensor you said, relocation kit.
Yeah.
What else? A couple other pieces that we need to get for the car just to get the cooling down pat. But we are going to get the car tuned today for E85. So what are we doing right now, George?
So right now I'm pulling out the stock flash, which I need to create a base map. So the original flash is used for the tuning. So that is a base what I'm building my tune on. So I will be making base map first of all to adjust the cooling to make this car run much cooler than it runs from the factory. This can be achieved by adjusting the target temperature when the fan is kicking in, because from the factory the fan on this car kicks in like by 220, which is pretty ridiculous high, and I target to kick in the fan like by 205 at a full speed, which allows you to run the car cooler, much cooler. It also helps to run the transmission cooler because the coolant is getting much lower temperature. Then we'll be adjusting the fueling for the E85. This car doesn't require any hardware modifications and upgrades to make it run on a E85. So all we need is just adjustments from the tune that I'm going to do. Also the timing will be dialed in, the torque limiters will be dialed in, cam timing will be adjusted for the E85 and to perform much better, because from the factory the cam settings are set to have like a low to mid-range power more than the actual top end, and I will be working on it to adjust all over the RPM range to gain the power. And yeah, so I will be also adjusting the transmission, so the torque limiters will be adjusted to let it deliver the full power to the wheels, as well as adjusted shift points and different shift behavior in a manual and a sport, or so in a drive mode and in a manual mode. I also can do the full manual mode if you are willing to have it, which means that in a manual mode it will not upshift automatically, or if you are not comfortable we can set it so it's still upshift automatically in the next gear. It is absolutely a choice of the customer and the driver. And yeah, so basically that's it. Also, yeah, the RPM limiter will be adjusted from 6500 to 7500.
Okay.
Then
like that.
Vehicle speed limit will be gone, because from the factory it is limited I think to 120 or something. So it will be gone. I usually set it to 195. If you want to go that fast, it's up to you, but do it safely.
Nice.
Yeah. So
cool.
Other than that, optionally we can do fuel economy mode, which is meant to save fuel and target for a leaner mixture when you are cruising on like a light throttle under 2500. It saves pretty much, I would say, like a 5-6 gallons easy, like a 5-6 mile per gallon easy. But also it depends on driver's behavior. Yeah, I can also do optional barbell. I don't know, some people like it have soft, some people have it mild.
Yeah, I like it mild, man.
Some people go really wild with the fire and stuff, but that is only whoever is watching this video. Just keep in mind, whoever is after the fire, you need to have full straight pipe and cutless headers. So primary cuts should be gone, otherwise you cannot have any fire. Okay? Yeah. So this is pretty much it. So in this particular case, we will be doing whatever you choose to have. So the whole beauty and the point of the custom tuning is that I do whatever customer is requesting me to have. So it is not something that I'm providing off-the-shelf map and here you go, deal with it. No, it is absolutely customizable with me. And is it throttle response improvement, or you want it to have aggressive or somewhat just a little bit better than the factory? I can do whatever you want and whatever customer wants in general. So it is absolutely customizable, and that's the whole point of the custom tune, to have customized tune up to your liking, which performs great and which is important, safe. So the point is to go as far as you can do, but still being in a safety range, you know?
Yeah.
So to not push the limits and go beyond that, you know, and break something.
Exactly. Yeah, that's the thing with some tuners too. It's like they just do too much, or they turn it up too much, and your car just
So the
will blow up.
problem mainly nowadays is that people just copy and paste some base maps or off-the-shelf maps, which kind of works, makes power, but it is not meant for specific cars. I have done, I would say, around 100 Genesis, and each of them perform differently. So you can have like a base map that you know that it will perform great and strong, etc.
Yep.
But when it comes to custom tuning, you can always get way more power out of customized settings than from the off-the-shelf map, and still be in a safe range. Obviously, it doesn't mean that you are 100% safe and nothing will ever happen to the vehicle, because anything can happen to the vehicle even without tuning, and there's no insurance for that. If you want to have like an insurance or guarantee, just get a car from a dealership and have a warranty, you know, like 2 years or something. But when it comes to the normal life, there's no insurance that you won't have any problem at all, but it doesn't mean that problem comes from the tuning. Because the way I do the tune on any vehicle, it doesn't matter is it a race car or a daily driven, I do it as safe as possible to have a more improved engine dynamics, improved performance, like more power, speed, etc., but still be in the safety range. And most important part is we are dialing in for a specific fuel, okay? And in this case, for example, even though we are now doing E85 tuning, if you will, for any reason, run out of E85 and you don't have stations around.
Exactly, yeah, I was going to ask that.
You will still be able to run 91 and drive wherever you want and without any problem, but you need to keep in mind that you should not be pushing and flooring on a 91, but drive from point A, point B as long as you want. Just don't push, because the tune is for the 85 and the timing is adjusted for the 85, and it will be crazy dangerous if you will start flooring it on a 91.
Yeah, exactly.
But when it comes to just cruising and getting from point A to point B, feel free to do it. No problem at all.
Cool.
So that will be foreseen in the tune. Yeah.
Sounds good, man.
Yeah.
Well, hey, man, y'all heard it here first, man, from the expert, my boy George over at Geptuned. Can we see the back of that hoodie, man?
Yeah, sure.
That fire hoodie right there. So we'll post a link right up here for you guys to be able to see, hopefully right here. Boop. But yeah, need a couple parts, as I said. So I've got a couple oil catch cans, trans cooler. I've got some ARC Performance springs coming in today as well. And then coil packs. I basically just did the, as I told you guys, the compression test and leak down test. I should have changed the coil packs when I was doing it then, but unfortunately I'll just do them now, along with all the other maintenance that I'm gonna do at the same time. But yeah, hit up Geptuned.com for all your tuning and performance needs. I'm looking forward to getting more footage when we go on some POV drives and really reporting back to you guys on the performance and how this car is gonna be driving. So yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next segment. Deuces.
Like it?
Yeah, definitely. Feel that. Let's go. It's just like a nice burst of consistent power.
Yeah. Yeah, as long as